He's the only one with a phone that has battery. Hey.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Were you out?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the tree stand right now.
Oh, okay. It's huge, Boris. Like, it's a huge deer. Like,
wow.
Big body deer.
How's the rack?
Nice 8-pointer, mature 8. It's got this one crazy side that he must have had an injury, or I don't know, like the main beam drops right down. Instead of like coming out and curving around, it goes down and in. It's pretty cool.
So it's something we never saw on the cameras.
No, nothing else. All right, bye.
Just slip it down, I think.
You guys ever see one of these?
Hey.
Thanks.
You got your deer, shut up. Look up.
All right, it is opening day of bow season 2020 here in New York State. Josiah and I are super excited.
Oh yeah!
And we are heading over to one of our favorite spots. A spot that you guys have seen before. I've actually shot bucks out of the same property the last 2 years with my bow.
Hey kids, what's Brad cutting up there? Yummy!
Seems to be a perfect spot for a morning sit, and that's all we're doing today. We only have time to hunt for a couple hours in the morning. We both have stuff to do today. We're stoked even to get out at all. It feels like forever since we've been able to hunt. So we are going to be over there in just a few minutes and get set up. We'll check in with you guys. It's officially sunrise. This marks the beginning, officially, of the 2020 deer hunting season. It's not great. It's okay, but it's not great. And as it always does, once the sun comes up a little bit, the woods start to come alive, or you start hearing and seeing a whole bunch of stuff moving around. It's coming in. You see it? It's going up. And it's coming this way. It's gonna come behind us. It's right here. Josiah spotted that thing way over there, like 100 yards over, and it worked its way right up to the base of the tree next to us. 2 years ago, we had the same thing happen, and the thing came right up the tree. It was like nose to nose with me, right there. I was like, oh my God. And it almost happened today. The thing was coming up that tree, and then it spotted me looking at it. And then ran out in front of us and went right in front of the camera we have on the ground, like perfect. That was cool, but anyway, then we're like all focused on that and excited about that. And I look over and there's a deer staring right at us. They didn't spook it, being a doe and a fawn. And they came from the exact opposite direction that we're expecting deer to come from. And they were completely downwind, but never got spooked, so it's a good sign. So anyway, cool start to the morning. Thanks for looking out. Famous last words. We are back at it. It's the 4th day of the bow season. Cool morning, 43 degrees. It's one of the colder mornings we've had so far. Holy cow, is it foggy up here. Wow. Josiah just came over to my house. He saw a nice 6-pointer just down the road on his way here, so that's already got us pretty excited. We're heading back to the same spot that we hunted opening morning. We're just hoping to see some bucks this morning. No matter what, we know we're gonna have a good time and we're excited. We're about an hour and a half past legal shooting light. We haven't seen any deer movement yet. This is probably the least foggy it's been actually the whole time. Every time it seems like it's going to clear up, all of a sudden it just rolls right back in. The sun hasn't been able to pop through yet and burn this off. Just hoping the deer start to move here in a little bit. Unless something significant happens here soon. There's not a whole lot doing to make this an episode. That's hunting. Heading back into the woods. Piece of public land that's right down the street from my house. This is my third hunt of the season. My first evening hunt of the year. And the spot I'm gonna walk into and set up. I've seen deer there quite a few times, just never had a shooter. I can shoot a doe here. We don't have any meat in the freezer now, so it'd be nice to get that done and then focus on shooting a nice buck. Head in quiet here and get set up. See if anything happens.
1 hour and 11 minutes later.
I like the spot I was in. I was a little rushed. I only had about an hour before sunset, so I was hunting from the ground. And there's a farm that borders. They're not too far from me, so they're out there mowing. But I found a nice spot and got tucked in. I felt pretty good about being able to get a shot and being covered. There was a couple of trails that sort of intersected right where I was. I had a couple of between 20 and 30 yard shots. I saw some deer sign. There's a fresh rub on a tree near where I was, so felt pretty good. But I didn't see anything. I really felt like I was going to see some deer. Felt like one of those nights. Kind of always does when I'm hunting though, but very optimistic. Oh, there's deer right there. Okay, so I did see deer tonight. I don't know if any of that got picked up on the GoPro. This stuff I'm going through, in some spots about chest high. They're probably just standing there looking at me. Wonder what the heck this guy's doing, talking to himself. I couldn't have shot anyway. It's after legal shooting light. But there was 3 of them. It looked like a doe and 2 fawns. I'm not going to shoot a doe with fawns anyway. That was cool. Alright. Heading back to the car. I'll see you guys on the next hunt. Oh, I am just packing up the car here for a weekend trip up to the farm. Hopefully get there in time tonight to hunt for like maybe an hour or so. And then we're going to be building a platform out in the field in the blind that you guys have seen before. We're going to put it up about 12 feet and get a better view of the fields for rifle season. This is the second weekend of archery season in New York, and I've only been out 3 times so far. The spot that I'm going to hunt tonight, we have a lot of bucks on a trail cam. One particular spot, there's a lot of oak trees, and they're coming in and hammering the acorns that have been dropping. So just looking forward to seeing anything tonight. So hopefully I'll get up there in time to hop up in the tree. It's sort of a work weekend, but I'm going to mix in a little bit of hunting. But we'll see you guys up there.
See you.
One eternity later.
Howdy folks, we're back at it again, and where we're going, we don't shoot does over here, so we're looking for a buck. There's antler restriction, so it has to be 3 points or more on at least one side to be a legal buck. So that's what we're looking for, a legal buck. We're working out the kinks. We're early, so I said let's have a little more coffee before we hop into the woods.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. I went with the big gulp there. A few more sips of coffee. Into the woods we go. I feel like I'm really in Hollywood because Josiah's got this crazy bright light shining on me, lighting up the woods. It's not as light as it looks like right now. I can barely see, but we're all set up. It's not quite legal shooting light yet. I had just said we'll give it 10 more minutes, then we'll get out of here. 30 seconds after I say that, Josiah goes, "What the heck's making that tree shake down there?" And the tree's shaking a little bit, and we're both like, "Oh, is it a squirrel?" But then it keeps shaking, and then it shakes more, and it keeps shaking. And we're both like, "Oh, it's a buck making a rub on the tree." So we can't see the deer or anything, we just see the tree moving, so we get all ready. Sure enough, the first thing I see is the tip of his antlers coming up the hill. He popped up full frontal and he turned to go to our left. And he stayed at about 35, 40 yards across the hill. Josiah was zoomed in. He was telling me, yeah, it's a legal buck. He's got the 4 points on one side and the 2 or 3 on the other. It's either a 6 or a 7 pointer. He stopped at 30, but he was kind of quartering towards. Not a good shot. And by the time he got past us, we thought he was going to turn and come right in front of us. Again, I don't think I was going to shoot Josiah. I don't know. It was like borderline buck. A young deer. He was broadside, but at 40 yards, I'm definitely not taking a 40-yard shot. And then he turned back and headed away from us. But he headed right out on the trail that we're going to walk out on. So we're just giving him some time now. I'm just hoping he doesn't bed down right there and we spook him. That was really cool. That was our first buck of the year on film. We just need a bigger one to do the same thing. Or even coming closer. I'm pretty set on only shooting my biggest buck ever. Trying to raise the bar for myself. Can you still hear me? I'm gonna knock an arrow just in case I come over the hill. There's a big buck right there. Straight. we just came down here to see what tree the buck was rubbing on. It was one of these right here. He didn't make like a really like pronounced rub. A couple of them looked like he was this one or that one maybe hitting it a little bit. He also, you can see where he just pooped, really fresh poo. It's a young buck, you know? Good deer to pass. Let him get bigger for next year. We'll get a big one. We have to like learn to not get, you know, stuck on having to shoot everything. Like, just enjoy the footage. Right? That's gonna be cool footage. Yeah, I could have shot. Whatever. Who cares? We got the footage. Let's enjoy that. We'll enjoy shooting a deer when a bigger buck comes by. I'm back on my friend's property tonight. Another short sit. Should see some stuff moving around. We're getting to that point where the bucks are thinking about rutting. So with any luck, we'll get some more deer movement tonight and maybe see something a little bit bigger.
What's up?
I just shot a rack buck.
What? Is he down? Was it a good shot?
Either a perfect heart shot or a hit his leg.
Wow.
I don't know.
Of course, I'm not there to film it.
Fuck. Man. I can see my arrow because I had the lighted knock.
Yeah.
That's why I wonder if I just hit right in the armpit and it just like sliced him a little bit or something.
Wow. Look at the footage, I guess.
Alright. I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Alright, keep me posted.
Alright.
Later.
I don't know. That was a nice buck. I don't know. I should have went. I should have just gone up a little bit higher and gotten up into those lungs, but I was low. So many factors all at once, but there's a tree kind of blocking part of his vitals, but not. Hey, so what are we doing, bud?
I'm going to find a deer.
Yeah? We're looking, right?
Yeah.
It's the next day, obviously, and
We got home
we still
at
haven't found
2:30 in the morning.
Oh, it was not 2:30. Yeah, it was 12:30. We were on a good blood trail that eventually just totally ended. We just kind of grid searched around to find a pick up blood again, and it was nothing. It rained all night and all day today until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Even the blood that was there yesterday was pretty much washed away. Can't really explain the feeling. It's like an empty feeling. I feel bad. I wounded a deer. Can't find it. Hopefully the deer's fine and alive. And it was just a leg wound. Let me search. 6 hours last night.
Said that was
A few more hours today, and then now.
30 minutes.
Hayes is a good helper. You got the Halloween thing to do.
I might not even go.
Yeah, right. You'd rather do this than go to that?
Yeah.
What are you gonna be for Halloween? You don't want to say? Hayes and I are both dressing up as Rey Mysterio. Can't wait. That would have been my nicest buck to date. But you can't see it all on GoPro. It's hard to even see his antlers, but it's nice ears, mature buck. I screwed it up. Not gonna find that buck. And then we searched all over the place, everywhere, to try to find him or some blood, and we couldn't. So he's not gonna be going up there with an arrow. And this one was way bigger than those guys. Way bigger. At least a 3.5-year-old. Nice, thick racked 8-pointer. I'm trying to convince myself that he's fine and he's just gonna live. I really hope that's the case. I've been reading up a lot on hits and where you hit and blood tracks and single lung shots. I think maybe it was. I'm very bummed. I've been moping around all day. I feel bad, so I'm gonna try to get over this and move on. Take a little break from hunting, shoot my bow, get all feeling good and dialed back in again, and I'll get back out there. But it's oh well, missed a good opportunity in this one. Darn.
There's supposedly deer here.
I turned it on by accident.
We're doing this. Getting a deer today.
Probably not. Actually shot my bucks the last 2 years during bow season there. Josiah doesn't have a seatbelt on, and that's what the dinging sound is. If it's not a smoke detector, it's the seatbelt chime. We're good at that. We're not seeing anything. I got a mouthful of pumpkin seeds. Pepitas. Is that what they're called? Pepitas? Josiah and I are super excited.
Oh, yeah.
And right on cue, there goes a plane right over my head when I'm trying to talk. Like clockwork, here comes the plane right as I start to do this. And we're both like, oh, it's a buck rubbing, making a rub on the tree. He goes, what the heck's making that tree shake down there? He goes, what the heck's making that tree shake down there? And there's like a, what the heck's making that tree shake down there? And there's like a little tree just down the hill. Josiah goes, what the heck's making that? And we're both like, oh, it's a buck rubbing. Like, oh, it's a buck rubbing, making a rub on the tree. We're both like, oh, it's a buck rubbing, making both like, oh, it's a buck rubbing, making a rub on the tree. Making a rub on the tree.
Early for a change.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my... I was gonna say shit. I'm gonna get my stuff together.
You did say it. He can't help himself.
I know I can't.
You farted.
10 bees! They can't, I want to do it a little bit louder.
A little bit louder? Okay. This is Ozzy doing a little bit louder. Okay, try again.
10 bees! It's not working.
No, it's good. Do it one more time.
10 bees!
10 D's. D's.
10 days!
Yes, that was perfect.